What is happening, everyone? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How's everyone's weekend? 3D painter coming back at you like a spider monkey. Oh, I gotta dump this water out. Ew. Slimy. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody in the chat's having a good day. Hope everything sounds good and looks good. Everything looks pretty good on my end, as far as I can tell. Don't forget to hit the like button. And be sure to give some of our other favorite channels a good checking out whenever you get a chance. I'll be bringing those up here in a little bit. So today I'm going to work on the arms. Over the weekend, I was waiting for this to come in. This is a brass paint by Vallejo Model Color, which are some of my favorite kinds of paint. By Vallejo's Model Color line is really good. I really enjoy their metallics, and I'm getting it all over my hands, which is not good. So how's everybody doing? What y'all up to? It says I got 4 people in the chat. Don't be shy unless it's a medical condition of yours, and you just, maybe it's not a medical condition, maybe you're just shy, and that's totally okay. You don't have to say a word if you don't want to, but it's always appreciated if you do. At least a hi. Hey Ron, what's happening? You know, something like that. But again, you don't have to if you don't want to. You can just remain quiet, or maybe you're busy making dinner or doing something with your family. That's totally cool as well, of course. Get this cleaned up. I need another paper towel. So essentially, I'm going to jump right into it. I would like to get this model done by Friday or Saturday at the latest. And I don't think that's entirely impossible by any stretch. I think we should be good. Yep, I got some of that freaking brass right on the arm. And that's a super easy repair, fix, so not a problem. Just get that knocked out real quick. Hey, Bean, what's up, dude? Bean's in the house. Says we got 3 people watching. At least, well, we've got at least 2 people watching right now. But you're the only one saying anything, so that's cool. Let's not get into that right now. Good to see you again, though, Bean. Thanks for stopping in, man. I always appreciate it. I'm going to need this later, so bring that back. Hope you had a good weekend, my friend. I'm a little early. I was upstairs checking my flight information for my travel, and the flight info says that I'm flying economy class. And I know for a fact I booked business class. You know, I wanted some upgraded tickets. So I was trying to get in touch with Priceline.com or whatever to find out what's up with that. I checked my receipts. I paid the money. But for some reason, it's listing me as economy class, and it's not what I paid for. I want business class. So we'll see what happens. Awesome weekend. That's good to hear, dude. Always good to hear that. In the rugby game this weekend, good to hear for you guys. That's awesome. What's going on with these bullets? All right. I have to be honest and say I don't follow rugby at all. But I appreciate it. Yeah. What I love about organized sports, other than the stuff I really follow, which is skateboarding and shit like that. What I always tell people I love about organized sports is that I have friends that like rugby, I have friends that like football, soccer, you name it, and they love it and it makes them happy, and that makes me happy. That's what I love about sports, you know. I just never followed organized sports. I got into skateboarding and doing martial arts when I was really young, and that just was the thing that I ended up following all the time, if that makes sense. Oh, the hat is coming off already. It is warm here today. We are apparently having some heat waves all around the world right now. So I hope everybody's staying cool out there if it's real warm in your area. Not really worried about getting white paint on the bullets or anything around this area that I'm painting white stripes on, because it's a really easy thing for me to go back over again if I have to. Not a big deal. And the white paint I'm using is just this White Scar by Citadel. I'm actually really low on it. I tend to use it quite a bit, so I need to pick up some more. It's a good white paint. You just have to make sure, like any white paint, you want to make sure to mix it really, really well before you start messing around with it. Otherwise, it can give you a pretty bad day. A slow start today. I am a little bit early though too. To be fair. Painting all these little bullets is going to be fun. Hey, Aaron's in the house. What's going on, buddy? How was your weekend, man? How you feeling? Hey, Aaron, I've got a question for you since you fly so much. Hopefully, you don't turn around and tell me, like, oh, you fucked up. Um, I'm hoping. So I got. If you don't reply, it's because you fell asleep. All good, Bean. No worries. So, Aaron, question for you. I bought tickets on Priceline.com. I'll start off there. Yeah. Rest in peace, Sam. Yeah, I was kind of bummed to hear that. My favorite movie of his was Event Horizon. That one, my all-time sci-fi horror movie. I'll put it in front of Aliens any day. It's actually a pretty tough one to put it in front of Aliens, but yeah, I mean, what a fucking great movie. But anyhow, I bought tickets on Priceline.com. Most of you guys know I'm flying out to see my dad next week on Monday. And when I was booking my tickets, I know for a fact I clicked on business class. I wanted business class tickets. I got my ticket set up. And now that I'm like going over and reviewing my tickets and making sure everything's correct and stuff, I'm seeing that they have me booked for economy class seats. And that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I booked for, you know. And as far as I know, I paid quite a bit of extra money to get the tickets I have. My tickets total came out to like $1,300 from Santa Barbara to. I have one little quick stop in Lake Tahoe, and then I fly on to Lewiston, Idaho from there. But yeah, it says economy class instead of business class on my tickets. I started the whole process of like contacting Delta and all that shit. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to stress myself out before my live stream and everything. I don't want to deal with it right now. I'll just call later when I'm done with my live stream. But have you ever had like any kind of experience with that happening? Yeah. Yeah, $1,300 because I'm flying business class out of Santa Barbara instead of LAX. And I'm flying into Lewiston, Idaho, both very small airports. Because I didn't want to fucking deal with LA, big airports, and long travel time when I got there. I didn't want my dad to have to drive all the way out to Spokane and back just to pick me up and shit. That's a 6-hour drive. So, I got a little bit of money right now. I was like, shit, I'm going to buy me some nice tickets. Fly business class and be relaxed when I get there. But yeah, it's saying that I'm in economy class now when I should be in business class. I was just wondering if you've ever had any experience with that and how that works and why that might be. Or if Priceline's trying to fuck me somehow. And yeah, no, my tickets weren't cheap, so I want to make sure I'm getting what I paid for. Okay, here's the issue. I'm listening. You automatically get bumped into economy because your flights are to small airports and the plane that serves them are smaller and don't have first class or business per se. Okay. See, I knew I would ask you and you would have a good answer for me. That makes sense to me. Now, the problem I'm going to have with it, though, is if they still charged me for like business class tickets when they should have just said, well, we don't have business class on that plane, so we can't charge you for that. Unless you're flying across country, business class isn't worth it. Yeah, I feel that. All right, makes sense. I knew you would know what's up, because you fucking travel more than I do. Delta's good. Yeah, that was the other thing. I didn't want to fly like fucking Southwest, because they're fucking trash. Yeah, I figured, what the hell? I got a little extra money right now. I can afford to fly well. So let's do that, you know. I want to be comfortable. Gotta get all these bullets cleaned up before I start painting the brass on them. Yeah, all good information, dude, Aaron. Thank you very much for filling me in on that, man. I appreciate it. I still want to make sure that they didn't charge me for something I'm not going to get, though. I don't know. It's one of those things where I guess I'll just figure it out when I get to the airport and be like, hey, I paid for business class. Why am I not getting business class or whatever? And see what they say. I would figure on small flights like that, that they would have business class because you have a lot of people doing business, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I know I have Wi-Fi and all that. I love the fact that I'm pulling out of Santa Barbara because, like, literally park the rental car and then walk to the terminal like 10 feet away. It's so close. It's such a tiny little airport. Same with Lewiston. Figured if I'm flying, I don't want to fucking deal with LA and all that bullshit. Okay. Take these off for a second. That said, Delta could be really cool with you when you go to the counter to check in, ask questions, play dumb. Oh, I plan on it because I am dumb and I have questions. I'm dumb at least when it comes to flying. I mean, dude, the last time I flew in a plane was, I guess that would have been when my wife and I went to Idaho to visit my dad last time, several years back. But she handled all the ticket stuff, and I didn't do nothing. This time I'm doing all of it. Generally, business class is a marketing tool while it exists, and when that area actually exists in the aircraft, it's different seating, different than first class, but above economy. Okay. I was going to buy first class, but when I looked up the first class tickets, the price had gone up by like fucking $700 for first class tickets. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I'll just fly business class. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe when I get on the plane, there'll be some beautiful stewardess or steward that is like, come with me, sir. You know, that would be cool. Right this way, sir. Watch, I'm going to get off the plane. My dad's there waiting for me. I got 2 girls on each arm and I'm fucking drunk. Just kidding, honey. Just kidding. That looks clean. Yeah, I hope Delta's really cool with me. That'd be great. It's gonna be too early in the morning and shit for me to complain or worry about anything anyways. My flight leaves at like 5:50 in the morning, so I gotta be at the airport by like 4:30 in the morning. Get everything all settled, you know. Tim Fine's in the house. What is up, my friend? How are you, buddy? How was your weekend, man? I hope you had a fantastic weekend, my dude. I had a pretty good weekend myself. Wife and I took a trip up to Santa Barbara just to so I could scope out the airport and make sure I knew what I was doing when I got there. I was a little shocked because I'm not used to flying out of such small airports. It was all right. That's good. That's better than horrible. Always better than horrible. Just cleaning up these bands around the Punisher arm here so I can start painting the bullets. I kind of don't know now if I like the white part of the strap, but I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. Not gonna lie though, it's a pain in the ass little detail to work in. Oh, you know what? You just reminded me too. Thank you. I have to switch my chat filter manually to all chat. See, Jennifer, I am so sorry I missed you in there. Okay, let me go back in the chat so I make sure I address all of the. Hey, Jen, there we go. Jennifer was saying hi. LAX is terrible. Yes, it is. Yeah, small airports are the way to fly. Thanks for reminding me, Tim. Fuck. I don't know why. I've gone through my settings trying to figure out how to change that, and it won't let me do it. I don't know what's up with that, but I have to make sure I change every live stream, at least on where I monitor my chat. I always have to change it to all messages instead of top messages, which is dumb. Hey, Gambit, what's up, dude? You finally made it in. Thanks for joining, dude. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, and please go check out some of our friends' channels here. We got Gambit Neo in the house. Big shout out to Gambit. Big shout out to One Grumpy Vet Creations. Big shout out to John over at I Like to Paint Dolls. He just started doing his first live streams, and that was super cool. I enjoyed him. Had a good time watching his live stream this weekend. Who else we got? The Bean 3D. Got to send out some big love to the Bean. Chad Caruso, Brent over at Ground Affected. Big love to Brent. You're an inspiration to many on the interwebs, and we appreciate you over here at the 3D Painter. Big shout out and love to Derek over at Sergeant Digital Designs, along with along with Abe 3D, Jody over at Trek Mods, Greedy 3D. Got to give a big shout out to Greedy over there, along with all guys over at Hobby Time Modelers. Big love over to Matt Morozic with Matt's Custom Models, and of course the old Painter Man. Can't forget Chris. Big love to all you guys. So anytime you get a chance, please feel free to go check out their channels and give them a sub, and show them some love, and click that like button on a whole bunch of videos of theirs. That'd be really cool of you. And especially do it here. I would super appreciate a big like, and subscribe if you haven't already done that here. Appreciate you guys. So with that out of the way now, I'm just basically touching up these details on this white band that goes around the Punisher's arm. It's fucking boring. But it's a little detail I didn't want to spare. So I'm torturing you guys and myself with this. Now I need my little brush to get the rest of this detail. Hey, Gambit, that's all right, man. You be as late as you need to be, my dude. You have a wife and kid. It is all good, my friend. Anytime you're late coming in, I figure the wife and the kid got you playing or doing something fun. Hopefully. Yep, flying out to Idaho on Monday next week. Super excited for that. Get to see my dad. I haven't seen my dad in a couple years. I mean, we FaceTime all the time, you know. So we see each other, but not in person. That's a whole different ball game. I'm gonna take my dad out and spoil him a little bit. I'm gonna buy him a new wood splitter. He's never had a wood splitter, and the poor guy is like 73 years old now. He's out there chopping wood and shit, and it's just getting really hard on him. And I'm gonna buy him a nice like hydraulic press wood splitter out there for him, so he doesn't have to do all that shit manually anymore. Just load up a log and click the foot pedal and boom, it's done. Cool. All right, that looks good, I think. Thanks for the sandwiches. I have no idea what the hell's going on over there in the chat. Tim's getting sandwiches made by Jen or something. I don't know what. Kind of jealous. I want a sandwich. Couple more quick spots to clean up, and it's time to paint some bullets. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to check out this brass. It's a metallic I haven't used before from Vallejo, whichever way you want to pronounce it. I ain't here to tell anybody they're wrong. All right, that looks pretty good. Looks really good. Let's try this up. So, what did everybody do this weekend? Go out to eat anywhere cool? Go to parties? Like, what do y'all do? What to do? I can see you, Jen. I think I can see everybody in the chat just fine. Topolino's for the girlfriend's birthday dinner. Okay, I don't know what Topolino's is, but it sounds dope. No, Jen, I can totally see your chat and everything now. I fixed that part. Okay, so Aaron's going to Topolino's for the girlfriend's birthday dinner now. No, get moving, dude. Don't be late. Girl get mad at you. Don't want that. Let me make sure. Let's see. We'll do this. What are you noping, Jen? I can totally see you in the chat. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay, so again, this is the brass I got. It's 70801 brass by Vallejo Model Color. I've never tried it before, but we're going to give it a roll and see what happens here. Oh, Jen's doing Rex from Mass Effect. Awesome. Got him almost done. The question in your investigation, you're trying to find out why number one would be filtered in top chat. Honestly, Tim, I think it has something to do with my settings that I need to figure out. I don't know what's causing it to happen really. So off topic about that, one thing I've found about metallics, especially gold, brass, anything kind of in the goldish family, um, it tends to paint on better uh, if you're painting over black. I personally don't like to prime my models in any other color really than black, just because it's kind of like pre-shading everything. That's just me. You can do it any which way you like, whatever makes sense to you. But for me, I like the way metallics, especially golds, go over the color black, or the lack thereof. The lack of color black is. Well, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some people like doing it the other way, like over a gray primer or whatever primer you like to use, and that's fine too. It's like I always say, as long as you're accomplishing the goal you want to get to, if it's looking to you in a way that pleases the eye and you're happy with it, that's all that matters at the end of the day. And dude, I really like this brass. It is nice. Really like it. I would even use this as a bright gold color, but it also it translates to brass really nicely. This part's going to be a little slow going because I got to paint each bullet individually, and that kind of sucks. But that looks super nice. I don't know how well that's translating on camera, but it's a really nice brass. I'm very happy with that. Okay, you guys are. Oh, are you talking about your kind of like secret project Gambit? Yeah, that is going to be sick. I can't wait to see that, the finish on that. Sorry if my head's getting in the way here while I'm painting. Don't really have a choice based on angles and size of what I'm painting right now. Okay. I'm seeing another neat little detail here that I could paint on these bullets to make them pop a little more. But we'll get to that later. Let's get the brass on them done first. Actually, before I keep going, I'm going to do a test bullet with my little idea here and see what I think about it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say, Gambit. The other model you're working on that's not death. I think that's a more accurate looking bullet like that. With the tip of it metallic. Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm going to continue with this. Yeah, isn't that cool, Jen? That's a good one. I'm really digging on that, on his progress with that so far. So I decided to add like a silverish, like a steel tip to the bullets. And I think they're going to look a lot better that way. What's fun too is they even have the firing cap on the back of each bullet. So I'm going to do everything in brass and then put a little dot of, like dark aluminum color on each firing cap to make it accurate. Make them look a little more genuine. Dude, this is a really nice brass color. I really like this. It would definitely make for a very convincing gold, too. So yeah, Saturday, my wife and I cruised up to Santa Barbara. It's this little city right on the coast here in Southern California where we live. Um, and basically, I hadn't been to the airport there and for years, and I've never flown out of there, so I wanted to scope it out and kind of see like shit, where am I going to park the rental car? How long do I have to walk to get to my terminal? All this shit. Because I'm used to flying out of LAX, which is this huge fucking airport. And I get there and we find the rental car place, the parking lot, and I'm like, okay, well, how far do I have to walk? I found the there was a really nice gal that I pulled over and asked, and it's like, where do I park my rental car that I'm gonna be driving up here, and like how far away is the terminal? And she's like, well, you just park it right here, and the terminal is, you're here, like this is the terminal. So you're gonna walk into those doors. These doors were like 10 feet from where we were standing. So like, you just walk through those doors, and the key drop off of your rental car is right there. And then I think your terminal for Delta's, probably another 20 feet from there. So I walked inside and checked it out. It's like, holy shit. It's literally like all right there. I don't have to walk a mile and a half long. Like, if you've ever been to LAX, like the terminal for Hawaiian Airlines at LAX is literally the gate, or the area that you have to walk in to get to your terminal is like 2.5 miles long. It's insane. And this terminal is literally like 15 paces that way and you're at your gate, which was just crazy to me. Just not used to that. So I'm excited for that. It seems like it's going to be a nice, easy day for me. I have one layover stop in Seattle. On my way there, I have a short layover in Salt Lake City, Utah, and then from Utah straight to Lewiston Airport. And then on my way home, I have 2 stops and I think they said 2 plane changes, which is kind of a drag. I'd rather just like sit there and wait and then take off again, but whatever. It'll be a long 7-hour day for me on my return flight home. But yeah, while my wife and I were up in Santa Barbara, we went and had lunch on the pier. It's a place called Stearns Wharf. It's been there since like the 1800s, and a couple of really nice restaurants up there to go eat at. Overlooking the water and stuff, and it's not too pricey either. So that was cool. Then we came back to town and played some pool over at our local. It's a good weekend overall, though. All right, Aaron, have a good one, man. Enjoy your dinner, dude. Happy birthday to the lady for us. Ooh, these old bullets are tedious. At least for the tedium, it's going kind of fast. Getting through them. I'm going slow with them because I don't want to have to clean them up too much. Gonna be a busy week for me though. Besides the live streams, I already started doing all my laundry, trying to get that together. I booked my rental cars this morning, got that all sorted out because I'm renting a car um, for taking to the airport, taking myself to the airport, going there and coming home because my wife has to work on both of those days. She gets up early enough as it is. Like, I just wanted to make things easier as possible on both of us, so I just rented a car to get myself to the airport and rented a car to get myself home from the airport when I get back. So that's what I did. I used Enterprise Rent a Car, and kind of surprised how easy their website was to use and everything. It was nice. Yeah, the main reason why I didn't even live stream on Friday last week was because I was waiting on this brass paint to come in. And it finally showed up at like 5:30 on Friday. There we go. It's looking pretty sweet. I'm digging on that. It's a quiet day in the chat, I see. I need to take these fucking things off my head for a minute. Stretch out my back. Oh, make sure I don't fall off my desk chair. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Oh. I have to go see my orthopedic surgeon on Wednesday. I'll be getting cortisone in both shoulders, so hopefully I won't be twitching as bad when I get back. Seemed like for like a few months, I put like 2 months straight, I didn't have any twitching in my arm or anything, and I've just noticed that like the last few weeks, it's been getting I'm getting a little twitchy again. And from what I was reading, like that's kind of like one of the things you start to notice is like certain little pains start coming back. You know, your arms start twitching again. Like, okay, I guess it's time for me to get another cortisone shot. Which is, it's not nearly as bad as I was expecting it to be. They basically freeze your arm at the injection site with this like freezing spray, you know, and that shit works surprisingly well. So I didn't really feel any pain or anything when I got it done. So that's always nice. So one thing I do want to try is I want to see if I like the bullet tips done in this dark aluminum instead of the Runefang steel by Warhammer, because this is really bright and the dark aluminum is a little less, well, a lot less bright. So I'm going to try that out right now. I already know I want it on the little caps, the firing caps on the back. So let's go ahead and knock those out really quick. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. I don't like this brush for it though. I need something smaller. So this brush, I love this little brush. How the tip is bent on it like that. I did that on purpose. I just stuck it in a cup until it stayed that way. And it's really, really handy for getting into little tight spots like this where I don't need a lot of paint to go down or anything. So for anybody who wants to know, this model was done by Polymind Studios. And they've got some really great models out. So if you're looking for something different, a little new from a different Patreon, I highly recommend checking out Polymind Studios. They have some great sculpture works there. Tim didn't get any freezy stuff. You can ask for it, dude. I mean, if you don't need it, you don't need it. I never asked for it. That was apparently their standard procedure for it. But it sure as hell helped out for the injection, man. I don't know how deep they're going with you, but for me, that needle is like 2.5 inches long, and they're going like into my shoulder, like right here in between the bones. It's pretty fucking gnarly. So I don't know, maybe you get them done in a different place, so the procedure's a little different. But I'm glad they gave me the freezy stuff. The second one I got in my right shoulder, I felt that shit all the way down through my fingertips, man. not pain, but like just the sensation from the nerve reacting to a big needle going in between my shoulder. That was pretty gnarly. I think I actually really like the I like the uh, what am I fuck am I trying to say here? I like the dark aluminum color more than I like the Rune Fang steel from Citadel. A lot more. It looks way better. Let's see. Tim said, I just had the one while I still had the insurance. It was a lifesaver. Yeah, dude, it really makes a huge difference for me. That's for damn sure. Just having movement in my arms again, man. I was getting to the point where I wasn't really comfortable painting anything because I was twitching and in so much pain. But within a few days of getting that shot, man, I felt almost good as new. The thing I have to do though is I have to remind myself that it's just a band-aid, you know, like I'm still fucking injured. So I can't be like lifting up crazy shit and, you know, acting like I'm not injured, you know. Don't cancel the water bottle delivery service, you know, like I don't need to be carrying that shit up the stairs. Let the bottle guy do it. But other than that, you know, yeah, I feel a lot better. Just about done with these bullets. Definitely time for me to order a new uh, art chair. I keep noticing that this one keeps slowly sinking on me. Like the hydraulics are just failing on it. It's just a piece of shit office chair though, like the cheapest one you can get. Okay. Bullets are done. Just doing a little cleanup around the bullets now before I do the wash on them. Sorry, I know this part's probably a little boring, guys. To some of y'all. And if it's boring to you, I'm sorry. It's not boring to me, though. I'm having a blast. Oh, thanks, Tim. I'll see you when you get back. Painting your nails is overrated. Cool. Happy with that. Not gonna focus in? Come on, baby. Give me that focus. Right here. All right. I'm pretty cool with that. Now we just need a wash. Make sure everything's really dry. What's everybody up to tonight? What's happening? See if I can figure out how to flip this. Angle one. pan, tilt, roll, zoom, and focus. Bright, contrast, hue, sharpness, white balance. Oh, there's no flip video on that. Whatever. I don't know. Okay, so a little bit of Nolan oil. Just to dirty up these bullets a little bit. Can't be having them all pristine looking like they are. It's the Punisher after all. Oh yeah, guys. I guess while I'm doing this, I should ask everyone, please, if you don't mind, because I don't have the money to afford to pay Jennifer G for asking everyone to please smash that like button. So please smash the like button. I highly, highly appreciate it. And so does the YouTube algorithm that is apparently aggressive to a lot of channels like ours, our small channels. I have a video short that's out right now for this Punisher build that I'm doing. And it literally has the least amount of views of any videos I've done ever. At the last I checked, it was at 65 or 67 views, which is insane. That's not a lot. And I don't know why. I mean, the Punisher is kind of a big name in comic books. And you would expect that a short would attract more attention, that, you know, the algorithm would grab it and go, oh, the Punisher's really popular right now. I should show this to people. Well, no. Apparently, YouTube algorithm hates the Punisher or something, or it just hates me. I don't know. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. All right, those bullets are looking way cool now. I really like the way those turned out. That looks very nice. Okay, time for a little bit of dry brushing. I'm gonna just keep moving here. No time for fiddle faddle, no time for chit chat. I gotta try and get this thing fucking done this week. That's just my personal goal. You know, last night, John over at I Like to Paint Dolls is doing his second live stream. It's a lot of fun. It's got some very cool people hanging out in his live streams, and John's just a fun guy. Anyways, he's got a fun channel. But anyhow, he was talking about how he doesn't want to like do commissions and stuff. He's doing this hobby for himself, which I heavily, heavily respect. But I'm also doing this hobby for myself. However, I also do commission work. In that, if it is, so now when I say commission, I won't just take on any old commission job that somebody wants me to do. If somebody says, I want you to paint, and of course too, it kind of depends on the person. If somebody I know comes along and says, hey, will you do, I've got this idea, I want to do something for my sister who had kidney disease, for example. This was a thing that actually happened, and she wanted me to do Sailor Moon, and I don't profess to know much about anime whatsoever, and I'd never really, I mean, honestly, Sailor Moon just wasn't something that I would have really considered doing it. Yeah, Jen, who you watching? Creeping over there. Sailor Moon just wasn't something that I would have really considered doing before this request, and I looked into it, and we found some cool models to pick from, and I was like, you know what the hell, I'm going to do this for her. And you can find those videos in, my other live streams. I think I did a short for it as well, and it turned out great. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time doing it, especially for the cause and the person, the sentiment. And as I was going along, I ended up enjoying the model more than I thought I ever would have. Like Sailor Moon, like why would I have fun with that? But it was fun. And anyhow, I don't really want to do models unless, like, I'm not going to do a commission. It's typically, I should say, I'm not going to do a commission unless it's something that, like, I find some passion about. So when I was asked, if I would do a Punisher, Punisher is one of my all-time favorite comic book heroes, or anti-hero, I guess. And I immediately said, absolutely, let's fucking figure something out. This will be fun. I've been wanting to do a Punisher for a while too, so this was a good excuse to do it. And we found this model, and now I'm doing it. But typically, I'm not going to do. By the way, I'm just dry brushing some highlights on now, using this dark warm gray, and I'm kind of going to be going over a lot of the model for this, especially the musculature and stuff, because I'm going to be spraying blue over it to pick up the shadows. I like to use a blue called Drakenhof Nightshade for shadows mostly, and it works really well in this particular case for stuff like this. I'm going to be using 2 different dry brushes for that. But going back to what I was saying was that, I don't just do any old commission. I feel, that I get, like if somebody calls me up and they want me to do, I can't even think of something that I wouldn't do. But there's a lot out there. There's a lot I wouldn't like. I don't know. Like if somebody called me and wanted me to do something that I didn't want to do, I wouldn't do it. I'd just say, I'll pass on that. I appreciate it. Thank you. And then I would suggest maybe somebody else, another artist that I appreciate. I'd say, go, here, take this guy's address down, John over at I Like to Paint Dolls. He loves Superman, for an example, or something. Maybe the guy wanted Superman and I just didn't have time to do it or something. I would say, I suggest checking out John over at I Like to Paint Dolls, or if you're in the UK, I'd say hit up Brent over at Ground Affected. Maybe he's got time. He can get you situated and do a commission for you, whatever. But I won't do something unless I like it. Like I've got to feel it. And also, I won't do a a commission unless it is agreed by the client that I basically don't have a timeline. I don't give myself deadlines. I get done with your model when I get done with your model, and that's it. I can give you a general time frame of like maybe 4 to 6 weeks for me to finish it, maybe 2 weeks if it's a really small model or something. But I don't give myself deadlines because I don't want that pressure. It still has to feel like a hobby to me. I have to feel like I'm doing something I want to do, and I won't sacrifice that. And it, you know, to be fair, it wouldn't be fair to my client even, or my prospective client, for me to take something on that I didn't really want to do, because that whole time I'm going to be struggling for inspiration. I'm going to be struggling to feel that model and really want to finish it and get that task completion done. And it's just not fair for me to do that to somebody. You know, I would feel bad. I just not, that wouldn't be cool. So I don't do it. Unless my terms are agreed, I won't do it. I know that was kind of a long-winded explanation, but had to go there. So yeah, if anybody sees this later or something, and they were thinking about getting a commission from me, that's fine. But don't expect me to rush it. And it's got to be something I really want to do. Like Spawn, for example. I've been wanting to do Spawn. Love Spawn. And somebody hit me up wanting me to do a Spawn. Hint, hint. I'd be 100% all about it. And if if a 3D printing company is out there that, has a Spawn file that they're working on, you'd want to see me do it for you guys, hit me up. I'd be down. Okay. So I'm going over like most of the surfaces on this arm piece here. I'll be doing the same on this arm too. And then we're going to spray, a dark blue over that. Because I don't want the model to just be black. It's, I want it to resemble what you see in the comic books, which is like more of a blue-black. Is what I'm going for. So that's why I'm doing this dark gray over the top of the black, so that when I spray this blue on it, I'm going to get that effect. It's going to be blue-black. Time to let that brush soak for a little bit. Dry brushing's done. Now for a little bit of masking. So I got this huge roll of masking tape off Amazon. It had good reviews from some other painters and stuff, you know, figure painters. So I said, what the hell? Let's give it a try. So we'll be finding out in real time if this stuff is decent. It's supposed to be a low tack, so not very sticky at all, and hopefully that's true, and it won't be... What the fuck was that? Oh, hopefully that's true, and it won't be peeling any of my fucking paint off when I'm done with it. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yeah, I'm actually really stoked on how the bullets turned out. They look really cool. Oops. See a spot here I gotta fix. A little too heavy on the dry brushing there, but that is a quick and easy fix. Went a little crazy with the a little crazy with the dry brush there. That's all right. I'm not sad. Oops. A little slow in the chat today. It is summer break, though. A lot of people out with their kids and stuff. So kind of understandable. At least I have you guys. Good enough. This does feel like a decent low-tack tape, actually. Well, I hope you're sending me pics too, Jen, if they're pics I haven't seen yet. Not those kind of pics, you dirty-minded fools. Oh, I gotta stand up for a minute. Oh. The only person I want pictures like that from is my fucking wife. Not that you were worried about that, Jen, but not once have I ever sent a chick a dick pic or anything like that. Ever. I think that shit is so fucking weird. Y'all fucking weird. Not you guys, chat. You guys are awesome. Like all my life too, like 99.9% of my good friends have always been women, and not one of them has ever told me like, oh my god, so and so sent me a dick pic and it was amazing. Oh, I can't wait till he sends me more. Chicks don't want to fucking see that shit. Any of you dudes out there that think girls want to see that, you're wrong. They don't give a shit about your peen, and you're just fucking weird. That's the quickest way to lose points with a woman ever. Like, yeah, sure, just show them some dick pics. Yeah, you'll definitely get a first or a second date after that. Nope. I mean, and I have a little sister too. Maybe some of y'all that don't have sisters and moms that you really care about, like, never taught you how to take care of women or something. But you just don't do that shit. Chicks don't like it. I promise. I fucking promise. So I just want to get some tape around this armband. About half. So I'm just going to carefully tear off half of this tape. It doesn't have to be super clean. I'm just basically doing a shadow run with this blue but I don't want the armband or anything to turn blue. And I don't want any parts of these bullets to turn blue either. Yeah, trust me, boys. Like, women, if they want to see your pain, like, they want to see it in the bedroom. They don't want pictures of it. I promise. You're fucking crazy. Women, I mean, hey, there's some women out there that dig that shit. Whatever, y'all. Y'all do you, boo boo. And I have met a few women that are cool like that, or not cool, but are weird like that. I think I should say, and they're fucking weird. That them chicks are crazy. You want to? If you get a chick that says, "Please send me a dick pic," fucking run, run away. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I appreciate you listening to my TED Talk. So after I soak these big giant makeup brushes, I'll usually get a paper towel, and kind of squeeze as much of the water out of them as I can to kind of reshape them. And I'll just kind of carefully push it into the shape that it's supposed to be in. And then just set that aside to dry. And it'll be fine after that. So for airbrushing, I am going to use my Evolution CR Plus with a 0.28 millimeter needle and nozzle in it. And my air pressure is 18 psi. Not too high, not too low. And as always, we want to spray a little bit. I like to use either just distilled water or a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to just spray through and make sure it's moving paint right. Cleaned this out pretty good last week, to the best of my memory, so it should be all right. I got the pics too. Okay, cool. Let's have a look-see. Oh, what the fuck? Wow. That reminds me of like Bram Stoker's Dracula's armor a little bit. That is fucking rad looking, Jen. That's looking really cool. Badass, girl. So is that two different? So like her head goes on that armor as well. So it's like two different, same chick, but different outfit type of deal. You know what model I really want to do is the one from BioShock, the video game. Big Daddy, and I forget the girl's name. I love that game, and I love Big Daddy and everything. Just a really cool looking model, and there's a lot of fun to be had in that model. I forget who does it. It might be CA 3D Studios, perhaps. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is automotive tape. Here's the fun part, is finding my Drakenhof Nightshade. Okay. Maybe it's up top. There it is. I found it. I go through quite a bit of this paint just because it's really good for shadows, for doing shade work. I just really like the way it sprays and the way it looks coming out of going onto a model for shadows. Now, the same as I did the elbow pads and stuff like that, or the knee pads on the outfit, I'm going to go real liberally with this. And that's going to provide kind of a more glossy coat to it. And give it kind of, it's going to separate its material away from the material of the suit. Go. Now our next arm. And then we'll be done with the arms. Very slow in the chat today. Wonder if YouTube's fucking with us again. Yeah, that is looking really nice, Jen. Great work on that. Now let's see how we did with our tape here. Let's see how she does. It's not peeling off any paint that it didn't peel off earlier when the paint was still wet. We'll like this song. We did good. What did I miss, Gambit? Always run, always. You mean like you guys are always on my live streams? Yes, you are. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys tremendously. I only need like a drop of paint, so I'm just putting a little drop of paint on my thumb. So what I'm doing here is just touching up a few pieces on this brass. Not going over the whole thing, but just a couple of like highlights, basically. Just adding a couple of bits of fresh paint here and there to kind of make it pop out in certain areas where the light would hit it the most. Give it that extra little gleam. Like, hey, there's something deadly strapped around my arm. That's it. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. Okay. What do you guys think so far? So you guys know how like some like gun enthusiasts and stuff, like they'll wrap the butt of the gun with like gauze or bandage or anything like that. So I have this stuff I think might work really cool on it. It's real like a real fabric bandage, and I'm thinking about wrapping the butts of the guns in this stuff to bring some more authenticity to the model. If I can get this shit off of here. Okay, we'll just tear it off. So what I'm thinking is like I would take the shotgun, for example, and glue that on there and wrap it around. And then I would use glue, to like push some of it down so that it stays flush on there. But I thought I'd ask what you guys think about that. I think it might look really cool. I'm definitely going to use it on this gun here because I have this layer shift in the butt, and this is a perfect way to hide this without having to reprint the whole thing, and it'll look really cool, I think. It won't take away from the gun at all. And this is an M16. I mean, this thing would be beating the shit out of you. So a lot of guys I've seen shoot M16s have them wrapped anyways. So I don't know, just a thought. And then I've got this hand. I got to do the hand. But this is what tomorrow is going to be bringing along. Going to be working on those bad boys. But let me know what you guys think about that idea, using this to wrap around it. I think it would actually make it look a lot better with the wrapping around the gun, give it a more authentic feeling. but I want to know what you guys think about that idea. Obviously, I'd be carefully wrapping it to where it, wrap and glue, to make it conform to the butt and everything. But we are definitely ready to glue these arms on now. So I'm going to do that. I'm really stoked on the way these bullets turned out. The arms look great. Oh, hey, Mateo's in here. What's going on, dude? How's your day going, man? How you feeling? Little bit of glue. Now, guys, I'm going to hold you to this. Remind me that we have to do magnets on the hands and the wrists. Well, the wrists are going to be a bitch. Well, one of them is anyways. I'm going to have to carve it out. The one on the right hand is going to be a pain in the ass. Just hold this in place really good. Thanks, Mateo. I'm glad you like it, man. So you think I should wrap it, Jen? I think it would look bitchin' with the wrap on there. Yeah, do it. All right. I think we're going to do it. I have no idea how I'm going to do it. Never done that before, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Forgot I deactivated my phone camera. Just cleaning out my airbrush a little bit here real quick. All right. That's all the airbrushing for the day. Okay, I don't know how the fuck that works. phone's working again. Couple little touch-ups here. Oh, teeny little smudge of gold paint on the arm that I missed. FC has wrapped guns before? What's FC, Tim? Yeah, I know this is super exciting watching me hold glue while it dries. I know that you're dealing with her leaving. It's a shame. Cool. The key on this arm, they actually did it a lot shallower for the gun hand, so I'll be able to add magnets to it. It's gonna be a little tricky. Never done magnets before, but we're gonna make it work. Oh, Frank Castle, okay. These never wrapped guns. Well, maybe I'll just reprint this one again. Yeah, I could reprint this again. Yeah, I think I will reprint it. This one looks good. The shotgun's fine. Yeah, but I like accuracy. I printed it in, this is the orientation that I had it printed in. You can tell because where the very slight layer shifts are, they're horizontal. So that's how you can tell the orientation. You should not feel like a party pooper at all. I'm gonna wrap it and see what I think about it. You know, see how it feels to me, and if it feels right, then cool. I'll go with it. All right, dude, we are getting somewhere. I'm fucking stoked on how this is looking. I'm gonna turn my printer on just in case. I don't have a hell of a lot of time left yet, or today left yet. These guys are definitely going to have to wait till tomorrow, but that's going to be the first thing I do tomorrow. Start working on these hands and the guns. I love painting guns too. They're fun. But let's see here. Let's see how the printer's doing. Need to add a little more resin to that. Let's get a paper towel. Here we go. It's looking sick. So if your resin's been sitting in the printer for a little bit, you want to get it really well mixed up. As you can see, it starts building up this film on the bottom, and you don't want that stuff settled. So you want to get it nice and well stirred up. And I'm just kind of gently pulling my little rubber thing across the bottom to get that stirred up a little bit. Sorry about that. Had a phone call come through and cut my film off. Okay. I can't see the chat at this very second. Let me take a quick peek. Yeah, you can say pooper. You can say shit, goddamn, piss, hell, pussy, lick, dick, cock, suck, fuck, all of it. Yeah, I don't censor any of that shit on my channel, dude. It clearly states that my channel is not made for kids. Let's see, this is clear. I think this is the ABS gray. Let's just be sure. Yep, Oh, no, this is the standard resin. I still got to get through the rest of my standard resin before I can switch over to the ABS gray. And you want to shake up your resin really good, of course. All right, we'll go ahead and pour this in. And when it says, where it says max, you definitely don't want to fucking go above that. Okay, now I'm gonna go to heating other, heating resin vat, auto heating, and must already be hot enough. Yeah, it's warm enough. That's it. So the printer's ready, so I can reprint that hand and the gun. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and start cleaning up this other gun. I got about 10 minutes left that I can stream right now. As soon as my wife gets home, I got to go to the grocery store real quick and pick up groceries and get stuff for dinner for the week. We got to try out a few things too, because since I do all the cooking, I want it to be as easy as possible on my wife as far as making meals and stuff for herself while I'm gone. Trust me, guys, she can cook. She's tired, and when she gets home, she doesn't want to be in the kitchen cooking. So I'm just trying to help her out so she doesn't have to worry about it. When I go back to work, though, it's going to be different, because then we'll both be home tired. And I don't know what the fuck we're going to do. And normally we do the grocery shopping on like Sunday, but neither of us felt like doing it yesterday. I just told her I'll go take care of it tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Hello Fresh, my new sponsor. Yeah, that wouldn't suck. I'd take a sponsorship from HelloFresh if they had, like, I don't know, resin printing filtration systems or some shit. Sure, I'm all about it. Oh, that's right. I gotta remember to charge these things up. Where did that cable go? Yeah, I can't take my eyes off of this layer shift on the magazine right here. Yeah. And you can see it through the whole gun too. The problem with this piece was that it was very difficult to hollow out. And I think some of the parts didn't want to hollow out. So I think the best thing for me to do is I'm going to just go ahead and reprint it solid. It's definitely going to add a little extra weight to it, but I also won't have to be concerned with resin hiding somewhere in here and having this piece split open eventually. You know, we can still wrap it with this stuff, but I think I definitely want to reprint this piece. So I'm going to get upstairs and start working on that as soon as I close out this session for the day, which is going to happen soon. Cool. Well, guys, that is all I have time for today. Really appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. You shook a can of butane at the same time. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with me today and chilling out. That's why I partner with HelloFresh. That's funny. I'm gonna try to start up a little earlier tomorrow. I may even be back down here tonight. I'm just not sure. This whole week, basically, I'm going to be cramming as much time into the studio as I can to get these pieces done. So I can move on to the portraits. Realistically, I think I can get this all done by Friday or Saturday. The portraits, I'm not entirely sure about. Portraits can take a long time. There's a lot of steps. But at the same time, I'm not going to be overcomplicating these portraits. I'm not going for ultra hyper realistic skin or anything. I do want some comic book appeal in them as well. Excuse me. So I'm hoping to get this done, completely done, both portraits and everything by Friday or Saturday at the latest. So if I end up coming down to live stream tonight or something, you know, you guys will get a notification as long as you have the bell notifications on. I'll probably be down here about 6:30, 7 o'clock Pacific time, maybe if I'm lucky. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I may or may not be back down here tonight. I can at least get the shotgun painted. And get started on this gun and this hand. They don't look, these aren't too complicated at all. So yeah, good times. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out. Got a few shout outs I got to do. Oops. Let's say, give a big old shout out to Gambit Neo. Thank you, buddy, for coming in and hanging out. If you guys are looking for some awesome, cool content, kind of like in the same genre that we're looking at right now, please go over to Gambit Neo and check his channel out. He's got some very awesome stuff in the works right now, and I think you guys would really dig it. Good stuff. His model of death from Darksiders is looking bitchin'. Highly recommend going over and checking that out. So please get over there and sauce him a subscription and show him some love by dropping some likes on his videos. We all appreciate it. Big love out to One Grumpy Vet. Jerry doesn't have any content out yet, but he's getting there. The Bean 3D, big love to the Bean. I think he passed out on us tonight. Totally understandable. He is in the Netherlands after all. Big shout out to Chad Caruso um, for skating across America and just being an overall awesome dude. Ground Affected, we love you, Brent. Thanks for all you do for the community and all the inspiration you're pumping out there. Big love to Derek over at Sergeant Digital Designs, HobbyLink International. What's up, Kenny? Jack 3D, how's it going, Luca? Hope you're doing all right, man. Another shout out to Abe 3D, Jody over at Trek Mods, Dread Effects. If you guys want to learn the ins and outs of like anything and everything having to do with airbrushing, go check out Dread Effects, DREDFX. And then Greedy 3D, big shout out to Greedy over there. Hobby Time Modelers, everybody at Hobby Time Modelers, we love you guys. Also, big shout out to Matt Morozic over at Matt's Custom Models, along with Chris at the Old Painter Band, and of course John at I Like to Paint Dolls. Show those channels some love if you guys could, and it's always highly appreciated. And that all being said, thank you guys for coming and hanging out today. Totally appreciate it. We're making really good progress on the Punisher. I'm pretty stoked to where we're at right now, and I look forward to doing more. So I will look forward to seeing you soon. That's all I got for the day. So you guys have a good one, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. And yeah, thanks again, y'all. Toodles!